I deeply apologize if anybody was offended.
$99.
Yo, Cheeks, thank you,
You
man.
guys speak about height. Men cannot control this.
That's a good point.
Since you ladies have height preferences, majority of men prefer women with natural looks. Would you mind taking your layers of makeup off for the show to show your natural skin? Brian's got the wipes.
I do have some Neutrogena makeup remover here, just like ready to go.
I feel like a certain amount of men think women get offended by this, but everyone has preferences. Like, it's really that simple.
That's what dating is. Picking people
Yeah.
based on your preferences.
Actually, I don't think you're really wearing much makeup.
We're both not wearing.
I'm wearing a tiny bit.
You got a little eye.
I have like blush. No, these are my lashes.
Yeah, she just has insane. Yeah.
I just
Okay,
have Vaseline
solid.
on them, and it makes
Oh.
them look a little darker. But
I have Vaseline on my eyelashes too.
You got a
but-
little lipstick or something, or
lip gloss.
lip gloss. Yeah,
But
that's
it's
makeup.
clear.
That's makeup.
It's
Yeah,
not
see,
like.
you can't hide. You can't hide.
I literally said I was wearing a little.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry,
fair enough.
I didn't think she was wearing any.
Well, no, but so we've
apologize.
definitely had shows where either I or another guy will say, "Oh, we prefer no makeup or little makeup," and oftentimes they, not always, but there is a lot of pushback on that. Oh, you think you want a girl with no makeup, but if you saw how ugly we actually were, not.
But also, after you start dating somebody for a significant amount of time, you're gonna eventually see them without makeup.
so-
Well, I understand wanting to from the get-go know what because
Yeah,
I've
'cause I
dated
don't wanna
girls
be
and
duped.
guys or dated,
Yeah, of
gone out
course.
with whatever.
I mean, I guess it depends on the setting, but like if I meet somebody at the gym, I'm not gonna have a lot of
Makeup
makeup
on. Yeah, no, that's
exactly,
fair.
or
Why
any
don't we
makeup on,
see
realistically?
men shave their beards? And what they look
That's
like
not-
without
Because
beards.
beards are manly.
Beards are like makeup for
What
men.
makeup
for
is
sure.
not.
womanly?
They chisel your
I was
face.
gonna say, yeah,
What?
makeup's completely
Is makeup
artificial.
a guy thing?
No, beards.
Okay, yeah,
No,
you
but
said
they, like,
beards are a
contour
guy
your
thing.
face.
Beards
So
are
you're not
manly.
gonna take it. You're not gonna shave it, but makeup is a woman thing.
But
So-
beards are completely natural. Like
it's
they
like
grow it. We don't
anatomical.
grow makeup
Yeah.
magically.
I don't know.
on
If
our
I was
face.
dating a guy who had a beard, like what happens if you're 2 years in and they decide to shave it one day? It's a little.
If you didn't like it, I'd say grow it back. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which is
fair.
fair.
Exactly. It's gonna
You're
come
right.
back eventually.
Yeah.
What happens if they get rid of it forever, like 3 years in?
I mean, they're not
I mean,
like getting
I would
laser
hope
on their
that you would,
face.
like,
I mean, you have a
Take-
conversation with them
Yeah,
and
exactly.
be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I like
Conversation
your
about it.
beard. Please grow it back."
I don't want to see your face.
hide your face. You have a terrible chin.
Wow.
I mean, the beard to makeup comparison is not a
Yeah.
like one-to-one comparison. That's fair. Because one, a beard is something that naturally grows. Makeup is something that is artificial, that you're intentionally putting on your face, that you can put on your whole face, whereas a beard really only covers a certain portion of it. Also, I would argue that when it comes to beauty, right, let's say you cut your face in half. When it comes to assessing someone's beauty, what is going to contribute more to someone being more attractive or less attractive? The top half of their face or the bottom half of their face? I would argue it's the top half of their face versus the bottom.
Both.
yeah,
I can't
I'm
pick a
trying
side.
to-
I would argue it's the top half.
If you got like 10 chins,
What
then
about
that's
lips?
Gonna,
well, I mean,
Lips are really sexy, especially like
yeah, but
girl
if a guy
lips.
has a beard, you can like I have a beard, you can still see my lips.
Okay, so just the bearded part, not top or bottom half.
Wait, what?
You just said it was the top part of someone's face or the bottom part of someone's
Well,
face.
like if you cut it
contribute?
off at the bottom
Yeah.
of the nose, for example, I would argue that when assessing beauty, which one contributes more to someone's physical attractiveness or beauty, I would argue it's the top half of the face. They both
Yeah.
contribute.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
what's
because
the saying?
eyes.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
what's the saying? The eyes are the windows to the soul.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you connect people by looking them in the eye.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I could totally get behind that.
But also, there's girls out there that are like, damn, I really like a good jawline.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Sure,
that
but
could be
it's
part
not
of it.
a beard is not a one-to-one comparison to. Look, certainly, I think the
agree
point
with
you're
you.
trying to make is,
Mm-hmm.
could a guy with like a weak chin or a weak jawline hide it by having a beard?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't think it's to the degree of, I'm just gonna say it, deceptiveness that makeup can be used.
Yeah. Well, like,
This literally reminds me of like how they used to say that like makeup was witchcraft or some shit.
Based.
Why does it remind you of that?
Based.
What?
Based.
indeed.
Well, we should burn. Okay.
Let's not go down
If
that
you
road.
wear- if
I
you
think
wear
makeup should be illegal for anyone under the age of 18.
I think
that's
that's
interesting.
way too
Interesting.
far
Oh.
and not what America's about.
America.
America.
13-year-olds wearing makeup.
I don't know. I wore
Freedom.
mascara when I was
I see
13.
where you're coming from, but I feel like that would just
Illegal
make
is
them want to do
harsh.
it more.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
you know?
also like the fun part about becoming a woman is you get to play with makeup.
Exactly.
And, like,
Isn't
figure
that
out, like,
depressing?
No, not at all.
That's
Because
so
I mean, if you
depressing.
think about it, if you if you go to a very fancy event, if you see a woman that's not,
No, just scoot it that way.
sorry,
You're
if
good,
you
you're
see
good.
a woman at a really fancy event and that's not wearing makeup, you can tell, and it, like she kind of doesn't fit into the, I want to say dress code. It's almost like
It's an accessory.
exactly,
so-
it's
You
an
know
accessory.
What we should do? We should change the way that society views that and make it acceptable, make it socially
Oh,
acceptable
but I like
in
it.
the workplace
It
and for
is.
events
Yeah.
for women to go without.
I think
I
it's
would say
acceptable in the
it is. It's
workplace.
just like
Oh, okay.
putting on a pair
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
earrings or putting on a fancy dress. It just
Yeah.
Like she said, it's an
let me ask
accessory.
you- Let me ask you a quick question, right? And well, to all the women here, if you had to choose, let's just say we did an equalization where just no women could wear makeup, so there was not this feeling of having to compete or one-upsmanship. Would you opt for a world with no makeup, or would you want to keep the makeup?
well, it's not about the competing.
But there is some component of
You're comparing
competition
yourself to other
because
people, and that's
if-
why you
if-
wear makeup.
if
No.
all-
Not in like a toxic way. I'm just saying like dressing appropriately for an event. Makeup is kind of like a fancy thing, I would
But
say.
if no other women were wearing makeup, then you wouldn't be out of place.
But it
If-
doesn't
Sure,
matter. It's
but I'm
fun.
not saying out of place in a bad way.
Is it fun though?
It is. It's so
Joy.
much fun.
We get ready
It's
in
a
the bathroom
feminine thing. You
together and-
sit
yeah.
down and you get dressed all cute and you do your makeup. It's a feminine thing. It's fun. I don't think there's anything
Question:
wrong with
How
wearing
long does
makeup.
it take you guys to do your makeup?
20 minutes.
Imagine what you could do
In
with
20
that
minutes.
extra 20 minutes. You could.
Add
Well,
that
how
up
often
over a
do
But
we
lifetime.
do-
I'm having
Once
fun
a
in the
month,
20
yeah.
minutes. So what's I don't understand.
We also
Fun
So-
though? Is it?
yes, it's so much fun. You're trolling right now.
No,
No,
I
I'm-
totally get that it can be fun for sure, but say
I
we
don't
lived in a
know.
world where makeup never existed. I
Okay.
think that
If it had
we would all
n-
be a lot healthier for sure, because makeup definitely, if you're conscious of it or not, the way that you do your makeup is modeled after something you have seen.
Okay, so if makeup had never existed, that's a different story than whether we could take it away or not right this very instant.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. If
think-
makeup had never existed, we would not
No,
be
yeah,
having
yeah,
this
yeah.
conversation.
So, like, I'm not anti-makeup, but I'm anti. That is the way you always present yourself. Is
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
I
which is
agree.
totally
I
fair, and I
think-
agree.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say makeup should be the exception to your daily life, not the rule.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
So,
if you
yeah, yeah,
wear
yeah.
a
That's- I
full
think that's how
face
we
every
view it, for
day,
sure.
I think that perpetuates something. No,
Sort of
I don't want to use the word
insecurity.
wrong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
wearing a full face of makeup every day perpetuates issue you have with yourself. That being said, we go out once a month to a nice fancy dinner. We want to put on a nice dress and makeup.
feel
Sure,
that.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
See, I think that even if makeup was taken away, like if makeup was made illegal, I think that women.
Based.
Huh?
Nothing. Just
Based.
Keep going.
Well,
Keep
the
going.
reason
Keep-
I
no, no,
s-
no, no,
Oh,
hold
I
on.
no, I think that
Continue
if
your
makeup was
point.
made
Continue your
illegal,
point.
women would find other ways to make themselves feel better about themselves, like through their clothes, through their hair.
They already
through-
do that.
Yeah.
But exactly, no. So the issue isn't with makeup; it's with the self-image part.
You're
So
right.
just banning,
We should get rid of all that other stuff
But
too.
banning makeup is not going to ban the
So-
self-image issue.
But the reason I said that, I said specifically for minors, but especially in today's age with like the rise of social media and everything, I think kids have such an urge to portray themselves as so much older than they actually are. They're losing some of their youth, but I think it's very unhealthy. They're putting themselves out into the world in inappropriate ways for what they're mentally capable of handling.
Yeah.